Have you ever wondered why some moments in history seem to crack open the very essence of our reality, revealing hidden truths and stirring up waves of personal and collective transformation? If you've been feeling restless, emotional, or strangely excited about something you can't quite name, then pay very close attention to what I'm about to share. According to an exclusive report from one of the world's most discreet and powerful astrologers, someone who has quietly guided high-ranking members of European nobility for over 2 decades, April 1st, 2025 is about to unleash a celestial force so potent it could ignite a profound regeneration of your soul. They don't want you to know how serious this is, but you deserve the truth. Because when Pluto, the distant yet shockingly influential dwarf planet, crosses a rare alignment with Earth's energy fields, everything changes. And for you, this means a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to shed old baggage, break limiting patterns, and awaken to a radiant clarity about your life's true purpose. This inside information comes straight from Master Astrologer Iris Bowman. Yes, the very same person rumored to have personally advised certain royal families on crucial state decisions. For years, she's remained in the shadows, rarely giving public statements. But now, faced with what she calls a Plutonian renaissance, Bowman has decided it's time to speak openly, to warn, and to prepare everyone, nobility and everyday people alike, for the storm of transformation coming our way. She's spent more than 20 years compiling data, consulting not only centuries-old family archives hidden within palace libraries, but also verifying raw gravitational readings at major European observatories. It's said that in these logs, the anomalies around Pluto's upcoming position are so pronounced that even the most pragmatic astronomers are at a loss for a conventional explanation. Bowman, however, is convinced that this is not just an astronomical event, but an energetic catalyst powerful enough to spark tears, revelations, and even a deep cellular shift in those who are receptive. At this exact moment on our planet, energy is in flux. You've probably sensed it in your own life. Rapid changes in relationships, the urge to break routine, a feeling that each day is pregnant with possibility and unpredictability. Many speak of cosmic turbulence. Solar flares are intensifying. The Schumann resonance has shown spikes, and a string of eclipses has gripped our collective consciousness. Yet none of this holds a candle to what Pluto's alignment on April 1st, 2025 is set to achieve. This time is different because Pluto is, at its core, an archetype of raw power and metamorphosis. For centuries, astrologers have marveled at Pluto's uncanny link to the deeper layers of the psyche, the unconscious realms that harbor our greatest fears and our brightest treasures. Now, with gravitational anomalies at record highs, even mainstream scientists are scratching their heads. Something extraordinary is unfolding. A cosmic invitation for rebirth. By staying with me throughout this entire presentation, you'll discover precisely how these energies operate, why they're so potent right now, and how you can harness them to transform your life from the inside out. You'll learn about the 4 phases of this Pluto transit, the real nature of the gravitational quirks, and why old emotional wounds might suddenly resurface, only to be purged forever. You'll see how ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians and the Maya, not only anticipated moments like this, but actively planned rituals around them to usher in collective leaps in consciousness. More importantly, you'll get Bowman's exclusive, never-before-revealed Royal Rebirth ritual, a step-by-step practice that taps into this fleeting window for deep soul renewal. So if you've ever wondered whether it's truly possible to break free from the invisible shackles of your past, to awaken your dormant spiritual gifts, and to step onto the path you were always meant to walk, take this as your signal. Watch until the very end, because missing even a single piece of guidance could mean letting this once-in-a-lifetime portal slip through your fingers. We only have a small window, and you can't afford to let this moment pass. To understand the gravity of this Pluto transit, let's dig into both the scientific and spiritual underpinnings that make it so impactful. In quantum physics, there's the concept of entanglement, the idea that particles, once connected, continue to influence each other no matter how far apart they drift. Some researchers, such as those involved with experiments at the Stanford Quantum Consciousness Lab, have pushed the conversation further, suggesting that consciousness itself might behave like a network of entangled particles. Could distant celestial bodies, such as Pluto, interact with our planet on an energetic quantum level? According to Bowman's analysis, Pluto is entangled with Earth in a subtle gravitational and electromagnetic dance, magnified by certain alignments that create what she calls Plutonian eclipse of the soul. This phenomenon, she says, is akin to a wave of quantum resonance that sweeps through the collective unconscious, stirring buried memories, fueling intuitive leaps, and activating shifts in our bioenergetic fields. In spiritual terms, many speak of vibrations and frequencies. When your vibration is low, you're prone to fear, anger, and stagnation. When it's high, you experience harmony, clarity, and growth. Pluto, in Bowman's view, acts like a cosmic tuning fork, nudging us to align our personal frequencies with a higher octave of emotional and spiritual honesty. Visualize a massive magnet passing over a table scattered with tiny iron filings. The magnet's field reorders the chaos into a new pattern. That's what Pluto is doing to our collective psyche, she says. Add to that recent discoveries in astrophysics about gravitational waves, and you get a potent combination. A cosmic pulse that intersects with Earth's own electromagnetic environment, setting off subtle but powerful shifts in our brainwaves, circadian rhythms, and even our emotional states. Moments like these have peppered humanity's past. The Mayan civilization famously mapped out cycles so accurately that modern astronomers remain impressed, tying specific planetary alignments to phases of renewal or destruction. The Egyptians tracked the helical rising of Sirius and aligned their monuments to reflect cosmic principles, though, according to some lesser-known texts, they also had coded references to Pluto's hidden power. The Vedic tradition, too, recognized cycles within cycles, with certain planetary transits marking times of upheaval and transformation. Throughout these traditions, you see recurring symbols of the underworld, rebirth, and purgation. Isn't it remarkable that cultures separated by geography and time all pointed to periods where humanity collectively faces its shadow and emerges stronger? These are not coincidences. History shows that whenever Pluto comes into a certain position, both civilizations and individuals experience an accelerated shift in consciousness, a type of crucible that, while challenging, allows for rapid evolution. And here we are again, perched on the edge of that crucible. In practical terms, this upcoming transit can be broken into 4 distinct phases. Phase 1 starts in the early morning hours of April 1st, when Pluto's orbital position creates a unique gravitational tension with Earth's own fields. During this time, somewhere between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. in various time zones, people might find it hard to sleep, or they might experience hyperreal dreams that feel like messages from a higher source. Phase 2 unfolds during the late afternoon and early evening, amplifying emotional states and leading to bursts of clarity or sudden tears. Phase 3 peaks close to midnight, intensifying deep psychological processes. This is when repressed memories may surface, or old traumas come bubbling up, not to torture you, but to be released. Finally, Phase 4 extends into the next morning, a gentle settling period where new insights start weaving themselves into your day-to-day awareness. To illustrate how all this might feel, consider the story of Elena, a composite character based on several clients that Bowman has assisted in past Pluto transits. In the days leading up to a major Pluto alignment years ago, Elena was plagued by an inexplicable heaviness. At first, she tried to fight it, turning to distractions like nonstop social media scrolling. But one night, she woke up in tears, a dream stirring a memory of childhood heartbreak she'd forgotten. The next day, something shifted. She felt compelled to write a letter of forgiveness to herself and to a family member who had wronged her. By the time the alignment was at its strongest, Elena was sobbing cathartic tears, releasing years of resentment in a single evening. In the days that followed, she reported a profound lightness, even a sense of renewed purpose in her career. That's the power of Pluto's energy. It dredges up what's hidden, offering you the chance to let it go for good. If you're willing to ride the waves, you can emerge transformed. Now that we have a sense of what's on the horizon, you might be wondering, how do I know if this is happening to me? Rest assured, there are specific signs and symptoms that consistently appear during such energetic shifts. On the physical level, many people experience sudden fatigue for no apparent reason, as though their bodies are recalibrating to a new frequency. Some report intense headaches or pressure in the temples, akin to a surge of electrical energy focusing around the third eye area. Others feel fluttering sensations around the heart, a tangible reminder that old emotional blockages might be loosening. There can also be episodes of ringing in the ears, changes in appetite, or digestive upsets that seem to come out of nowhere. These are not reasons to panic. In fact, they often mean that your system is working overtime to release stagnant energies. You might also notice changes in your sleep patterns, swinging between restless insomnia and wanting to sleep for 12 hours straight. These shifts in circadian rhythms could be linked to the electromagnetic interplay between Pluto and Earth. Some scientific speculation, albeit still on the fringes, suggests that gravitational anomalies can affect melatonin production or even subtle neurotransmitter balances. In short, it's as if your body's internal compass is being recalibrated, which sometimes feels uncomfortable, but ultimately serves a higher purpose. Emotionally and psychologically, you may experience waves of unexplained sadness, or a sudden yearning to purge your environment, whether by cleaning your home from top to bottom, or finally throwing away old letters and objects tied to painful memories. Outbursts of tears can catch you off guard, even in public. Yet these tears are often accompanied by a sense of relief, as though a suppressed part of you has finally been heard. Don't be alarmed if you vacillate between moments of euphoria, feeling grateful for everyone and everything in your life, and moments of deep introspection, wanting to withdraw from social events. It's part of a cycle of release and renewal, similar to how a snake sheds its skin in layers, often emerging more vibrant on the other side. On a spiritual or intuitive level, you may start noticing synchronicities that defy logic. Numbers like 1111 or 333 might pop up repeatedly. You might dream of ancient symbols or recall past life memories you never believed you had. Heightened intuition is common. You suddenly know what someone is about to say, or you have strong gut feelings that guide you away from negative situations. Déjà vu experiences can multiply, hinting that time is no longer linear in the conventional sense, an indication that your consciousness is expanding to perceive multiple layers of reality. Bowman often says, these are the phone calls from the universe, small wake-up calls that let you know you're on track for a bigger awakening. In terms of your relationships and environment, the energy can cause certain friendships or connections to fade, as if an invisible barrier arises between you and people who are not on the same wavelength. You might feel drawn to new communities or mentors who reflect your evolving interests. Some find themselves relocating, almost compelled to be near nature or in a place that resonates with their new frequency. This can create conflicts if spouses, family members, or longtime friends don't understand what's happening. So remember to practice compassion for yourself and others. The good news is that the relationships that do survive these shifts often become stronger, more authentic, and more supportive because they're grounded in the real you. With these signs and symptoms in mind, you might ask, how can I prepare myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for this transit? First and foremost, from a physical standpoint, Bowman recommends a gentle detox to lighten the body's load. Staying hydrated with high-quality water is crucial, as it helps flush out toxins and supports your cellular functions. Incorporate high-vibration foods into your diet. Think organic fruits, leafy greens, herbal teas, and perhaps superfoods like spirulina or chlorella that can assist in detoxification. Try to minimize the intake of heavily processed products, excess sugars, or stimulants like caffeine and alcohol. These can unbalance your energy at a time when you want to be as clear and receptive as possible. Simple exercise routines like brisk walks, yoga, or light stretching in nature can ground excess energy and keep your circulation flowing. Remember, your body is an instrument. Tuning it to the right frequency is essential if you want to navigate a wave of transformative energy without feeling overwhelmed. Mentally and emotionally, consider adopting daily meditation or a slow, mindful breathing practice. Even 5 to 10 minutes of conscious, centered breathing can stabilize your nervous system. Visualization techniques can be equally powerful. Imagine a column of pure light descending from above, filling every cell of your being with warmth and clarity. If you're dealing with negative emotions, anger, resentment, fear, try a simple release technique. Sit quietly, place your hand over your heart and say aloud what you're ready to let go of. Acknowledge the emotion, forgive yourself and others involved, and then envision that emotion dissolving into light. By naming and releasing negative energies, you create more space for the new frequencies that Pluto's transit brings. Creating a sacred space in your home can also amplify your ability to absorb and integrate these transformational energies. You don't need an elaborate temple. A corner of a quiet room will suffice. Smudging the area with sage or burning essential oils like frankincense or lavender can purify the energy. Many people find crystals beneficial: amethyst for spiritual clarity, rose quartz for heart healing, and black tourmaline for grounding. Music at specific frequencies, such as 4-3-2 Hz or 5-8 Hz, can shift the resonance of the room, making it easier for you to slip into meditative states. If you feel drawn, place symbolic items around the space: a feather representing air and freedom, a small bowl of water symbolizing emotional depth and cleansing, or a candle for the fire of transformation. By consciously designing an environment that supports higher vibrations, you're letting the universe know you're ready. Now let's outline a practical schedule to help you maximize the benefits of the Pluto transit. 2 or 3 days before April 1st, start reducing your exposure to media overload. Limit sensational news or social media debates, as these can clutter your mind with anxiety. Focus instead on introspection. Journal about your deepest desires, your biggest fears, and the habits you want to release. On the eve of April 1st, make a commitment to yourself. For the next 24 to 48 hours, you'll be fully present to whatever emotions surface, without judgment. When April 1st dawns, pay attention to the phases we discussed. If you wake up restless in the early hours, do a brief meditation or jot down your dreams in a notebook. As the afternoon rolls in, be prepared for emotional surges. Keep yourself hydrated and take short breaks to breathe deeply whenever you feel overwhelmed. After midnight, if intense feelings erupt, remind yourself of Elena's story. These dark nights of the soul are preludes to healing. Surrender to the tears if they come. They're cleansing. The following morning, devote an hour to quiet integration. Consider writing down insights or breakthroughs that might have come during the night. Over the next few days, schedule gentle activities that help anchor your new awareness. Visits to natural spaces, moderate exercise, or cozy time reading something uplifting. Reflect on any old grudges or emotional baggage that might have surfaced and create a simple plan to address them constructively, perhaps through journaling, counseling, or open-hearted conversations. Before we move on, I want to share a special revelation that Bowman recently confided to a small circle of her closest students. While combing through Royal Observatory logs, she discovered references to a particular set of gravitational readings that were documented centuries ago, readings that predictably coincide with major cultural renaissances in Europe. These logbooks, sealed under high security, show that Pluto's position corresponds almost exactly with the onset of these renaissances, from scientific breakthroughs to sweeping social reforms. Bowman believes that the upcoming transit on April 1st replicates that same energetic signature, but at an even higher amplitude due to our modern world's heightened electromagnetic environment. In other words, the universe is gifting us not just a personal renaissance, but a potential collective leap forward. Few have had access to these documents, and the monarchy has reasons to keep them confidential. Imagine how society would react if it knew that cosmic forces have guided decisions behind the scenes for generations. Yet here it is, unveiled for those ready to receive it. Now, for those who want a more structured approach, Bowman has shared her exclusive Royal Rebirth ritual. This 4-step protocol, tested in secret by royal lineage members, is designed to synchronize your bodily systems, your emotional matrix, and your spiritual core with Pluto's transformative waves. Step 1 is purify, which involves a bath or shower in slightly salted water. As you rinse, visualize the salt drawing out not just physical impurities, but also energetic residues from your aura. Step 2 is consecrate. Hold a meaningful object, perhaps a family heirloom or a crystal, close to your heart and set an intention for what you wish to let go of and what you wish to call in. Speak this intention out loud as sound frequencies amplify manifestation. Step 3 is align. Stand barefoot on the earth, if possible, or on a wooden floor if you're indoors. Breathe deeply, imagining energy spiraling from the core of the earth up into your body, meeting a descending beam of light from above. Allow these two currents to merge within your heart center, forging a unity of sky and ground. Step 4 is crown. Place your hands gently on your head, affirming the new identity you wish to embody. Say something like, I crown myself anew in truth, power, and love. If you can, perform this ritual during one of Pluto's peak transit phases, particularly around midnight, and be prepared for emotional waves to roll through as your system recalibrates. Before you begin this ritual, I invite you to join me in a brief, guided meditation designed to amplify the experience and help you align with Pluto's energy effortlessly. Find a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and take a slow, mindful breath. Feel your lungs expand, and as you exhale, release any tension in your shoulders or jaw. Now, imagine a brilliant violet flame hovering just above the crown of your head. With each inhale, that flame descends an inch or two, moving closer to you. With each exhale, let go of any lingering worries, fears, or doubts that might block your transformation. When the violet flame reaches your scalp, allow it to flow through your entire body, down your neck, chest, arms, torso, and legs, burning away stagnant energies. Then visualize Pluto itself, a distant orb glowing with subtle power, sending a gentle beam of sparkling silver light into your heart. See this light merging with the violet flame, transmuting any emotional residue into pure love and clarity. Breathe and let yourself bask in that harmonious glow. Remind yourself, I am ready. I am open. I am transforming. After a few more breaths, gently bring your awareness back, open your eyes, and prepare to move into the Royal Rebirth ritual. This meditation can be done before each step, or whenever you feel the need to center and realign. As you move through these steps, keep in mind that you're not alone. Bowman emphasizes that thousands, if not millions, of people around the globe will be undergoing a similar energetic recalibration, each in their own way. Some might never talk about it. Some might not even be consciously aware that it's happening, yet they'll feel it deeply. The sense of unity in this collective awakening is powerful. Around the world, from small spiritual communities in the Alps to technological hubs in Asia, People are reporting dreams, synchronicities, and sudden life changes. It's a global movement, a wave of higher consciousness washing over the planet. And you have a front row seat. To keep you on track, let's create a simple timeline. In the 3 days leading up to April 1st, focus on gentle detox and emotional readiness. Then, on April 1st itself, break your day into 4 segments, corresponding to the transit phases. Early morning, journaling and dream analysis. Late afternoon, heart-centered breathing and possibly the consecrate step. Midnight, the full royal rebirth ritual, culminating in the crown step. The following day, integration, reflection, and, if possible, sharing with a supportive friend or community. Over the next week, be kind to yourself. Treat these days as a sacred window for integrating new frequencies into your daily habits. You might need more rest than usual or crave solitude. If emotional triggers arise, use them as opportunities to apply the release techniques we discussed. By the end of that week, many people report feeling a new sense of clarity about their direction in life. A redefinition of priorities, if you will, which might include changing jobs, reconnecting with estranged family members, or even moving to a new city. Now that we've covered the whys and hows of this Pluto transit, let's pause for a brief Q&A segment. One common question is, how do I know if it's not just placebo or coincidence? The short answer: track your experiences, jot down your symptoms, emotional swings, and synchronicities. Compare them with others also going through this process, or even check lunar and planetary data for spikes and correlations. You'll often see patterns that defy chance. Another question: what if I feel overwhelmed? Seek community support or professional guidance. There's no shame in acknowledging help is needed. Consider talking to a healer, counselor, or even a friend who can hold space for you. A third question many ask: will this be the only chance for change? The alignment's window is particularly potent, but transformation is a lifelong journey. Still, these cosmic boosts can accelerate that process more in a few days than in months or years of effort. Finally, can skeptics benefit too? Absolutely. Whether or not someone believes in astrology or energy work, the effect is still in motion. They might just interpret it differently, perhaps as a sudden psychological breakthrough or a random set of coincidences. The universe doesn't wait for your permission to offer transformation. It simply provides opportunities. In summary, we've discussed how Pluto's transit on April 1st, 2025, stands out from any other celestial alignment in recent memory. We've touched on scientific theories involving quantum entanglement, gravitational waves, and electromagnetic fields, alongside spiritual concepts of vibration and frequency. We've seen how ancient civilizations recognized these pivotal moments of cosmic synergy and prepared themselves through ritual and community. You now know the signs and symptoms of this shift, from physical recalibrations, like headaches and fatigue, to emotional releases, such as tears and sudden bursts of clarity, to heightened spiritual intuition. More importantly, you have actionable steps to guide you: a schedule, dietary tips, emotional release techniques, the process for creating a sacred space, and the powerful 4-step royal rebirth ritual. Being proactive about this rare alignment can yield life-changing benefits, fast-tracking you toward emotional healing, self-realization, and the fulfillment of your deeper life purpose. So, what lies beyond this transit? Many believe that those who embrace Pluto's transformative push will find themselves aligned with what's often called the New Earth or 5D reality. That might sound like sci-fi, but it's actually a poetic way of describing a shift in collective consciousness, a world where collaboration and compassion replace competition and fear, and where technology works hand in hand with spiritual understanding. Could that be the next evolutionary step for our civilization? Imagine a planet where personal authenticity is celebrated, where communities solve problems through empathy and ingenuity, and where each person's inner calling is honored as a vital piece of our shared human puzzle. This is not mere fantasy, it's a plausible trajectory if enough of us say yes to the energies of renewal. And the Pluto alignment, according to Bowman, is like a cosmic gateway swinging open, waiting for us to walk through. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Will you embrace this moment of metamorphosis, or will you let it pass by, locked in old patterns and weighed down by fears that no longer serve you? I encourage you to take the leap. Make a commitment right now. Mark your calendar, gather your ritual tools, set aside quiet moments in your schedule, and allow yourself to believe, at least enough to give this a fair chance. If you're longing for more guidance or want to share your experiences with like-minded seekers, stay connected. Follow the upcoming updates from Iris Bowman and consider joining online communities that are aligning with this transit. When we come together with a shared focus and intention, the synergy can be astounding. Imagine waking up on April 2nd or 3rd, feeling a renewed sense of peace, a lightness of being, and a clear direction for your future. Imagine relationships improving because you've released old wounds, or your creativity flowing like never before, leading you to unexpected opportunities. These aren't empty promises. They're the kinds of stories Bowman's clients repeatedly report after major Pluto alignments. And the best news is that you haven't stumbled upon this information by accident. You're here because some part of you is ready for this. So embrace the opportunity. Dive into the transformation. I want to leave you with one final thought. If you do nothing else, take a moment to close your eyes, place a hand on your heart, and ask yourself, what am I truly yearning for? The answer might surprise you. It might be peace, acceptance, love, or freedom from a habit that's held you hostage for years. Whatever it is, let that yearning be your compass. Let it guide you to create the space for change on this upcoming Pluto transit. Because when that gravitational pull intensifies, all the universe wants is for you to surrender your old skin and step into your next evolution. Stay tuned for more updates and resources. Bowman and others are planning a series of short broadcasts and community meditations leading up to April 1st. Be sure to subscribe or join a group dedicated to this transformation, whether in person or online, so you can share your experiences and learn from others. Transformation doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's amplified when we unite our intentions. And in these final days before the alignment, keep your heart open and your awareness sharp. You're on the threshold of something incredible. Thank you for staying with me through this journey of discovery and preparation. Remember, the forces at play on April 1st are bigger than any single one of us, but we each hold the power to ride this cosmic wave to our highest potential. your readiness, your openness, your willingness to let go of old stories and step into the unknown. That is the key. I genuinely hope you seize this moment, activate your royal lineage of inner power, and emerge on the other side of this transit with a heart renewed, a mind expanded, and a spirit ready to soar. Keep in mind that you have an entire cosmos cheering you on. Let the energy of Pluto guide you into a magnificent new chapter of your life.